Hello and welcome to An Old Man Tries, where I play games that I have never played before out of my collection of games, randomly selected, so I never really know what I'm getting. And today's game, as you can probably see from your screen, is The Stillness of the Wind, which is an indie game that I picked up in a bundle on itch.io, and which has a fairly long load time. I have fired it up once, and I'm just kind of waiting for it to load in. Nana used to say, each day she's born, we call her Dawn, daughter of yesterday, mother of tomorrow. So this seems to be sort of an introspective, melancholy, thoughtful game, without a necessarily very direct call to action. You get to define to some extent what it is that you're doing in the game. So yeah, all I've done so far basically is start it up and make sure it runs. And there doesn't seem to be any way to skip past all this because I did try last time. So yes, the stillness of the wind. Let's dive in and see what we see. I do have a cursor now, so... So before any of this happens, so just so you know, options, all the standard kind of stuff that you might expect. I've just turned off music. So left mouse to move and interact, right mouse to drop or cancel. Fairly simple. Talma grew up on this farm. Through a time when 16 shoes waited by the door every morning. One by one, everyone left for the city or across the sea. Now she greets the day alone. Got a gun over there. And we can see Talma is asleep at the moment. Snoring away. With 2 goats, a pocket full of seeds, and the sunlight in her boots. Okay, I'm going to try clicking to start things. So you just click to start, the door is open, and here comes Talma. I assume this is like a feed. Yeah, so you see there I can use the bucket on the goat to feed the goat, presumably. Okay, we have to keep waiting. Oh, so we're milking the goat, in fact. Right. We have to wait for each time. We now have a pail of milk. That's useful, I guess. Okay, what are we doing here? Running this churn house, the shelving ventilator was the last thing Sola did before she deserted the farm, leaving Rama behind. Okay, and that's the same thing. So we've got to spin the mouse here to churn the butter, I guess. I'm working on the principle that, you know, like, getting some food together at the very least is probably not a bad thing to do. So we're going to turn in a cheese, probably. These 5 cheeses won't last forever. Some hay for the goats, not much else. So that is presumably going to do its thing. Ah, you can click on Talma and have her react to you. Well, I don't see that there's any reason to keep watching that. You can milk goats if you've got milk. Put that down, so we've got that going. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to grab that because I might need it in a second. When we zoomed in earlier, I saw a well out here. Okay, apparently a chicken stops our ability to move. When my ancestors first settled here and found this well before them, they adopted as the name an ancient word for wellspring, Yuma. Okay, so we need that one to get water. Interesting. So you can put it down. Okay. Let's bring the... Okay, so you just have to click to move it. You don't have to hold down the button or anything. Put that down. We'll check this. See if there's anything in there. Nothing here. What else is there to our little estate? A goat pen. I keep getting a... Yeah, there. No, not going to actually say anything? Okay. No, maybe. The pathing's not terribly smart, obviously. Should probably not let the too many of the birds wander off. Ah. One summer, with a few hairs on his chin, Gaza rebuilt this goat house, the next in a long line of humans reaching through time. So you can pet the goats, yep, make the goats happy. That seems a reasonable thing to do. We'll go check on the cheese. Got a gun, obviously, so we could hunt if we wanted to. I don't know how many bullets we've got, of course. And now I assume we are turning this into cheese. Yep, so we've got an extra cheese. Cool. Got a hoe. Seems sensible to get some crops underway, doesn't it? Okay, that appears to be all of the crops that we have. And it's night time now. Probably should eat something. Apparently we don't have anything to eat. Need a cheese, I guess, maybe. Now, Talma, I finally made it. I'm in my cap and gown, sitting here in the empty theatre an hour too early, trying to hold myself together, but every minute the ceremony comes closer, my chest swells 100 new butterflies. Everything finally feels real. Tonight I graduate from the academy, and soon I'll say goodbye to this planet and shift off to the colonies on Luna. You've always been there for me, Nana, reading to me every night when I was little. Even now a volume of Wormgal and Leica stays by my bed, taking me to winter stargazing fairs and gypsy carnivals in summer. You raised me to know the horizon hides the wonders of the world, so I've always rushed forward. People say I take after you like that. You're the best, Nana. I'm still amazed at how you keep the farm running so well on your own. I have so much to learn. I'll come see you again soon, I promise. With a million hugs, Rama. Freemo by Solidus. To meet someone from Freemo is to learn that an open window is always better than a closed one. Everywhere there are ears, they listen for a word forbidden from utterance, despite the city's reputation as the half-city of twins. For to invoke this word is to tear the delicate cocoon constricting the grief of its citizens. Long ago, to war against a fatal sickness that afflicted only twins, the vagrant magi planted a branch of their ancestral tree in this city, to peddle a cure called the Father's Gamble, a tincture brewed as one, then split and served in halves. The hand that passes the cups must live with the reality of only one surviving. Thus, what greater mercy could be leaving men who do not remember they are fathers? That seems... like, I feel like we should probably go and get a cheese, maybe? Make some food. It says these 6 cheeses won't last forever, but it doesn't actually give us a way to eat them. Okay, well, I'm going to go to bed. It's dark. You probably can't see a whole lot. Okay, and obviously parts of the thing that you have worked on to turn into crops only stay crops if they've got something planted in them. Let's grab that, which I believe is already full. Maybe go water the crops, perhaps. You just try clicking on things to see what happens, basically. There might be eggs in there too. Guessing in the chicken coop. Yep. So I can pop water on there. But then you need to go again to get more water. And you can't zoom in or out. Yeah. Okay, let's fill up the water bottle. Go back, water the other thing, check for eggs. Maybe get a bit more cheese if we can. Put this near the front door where I won't lose it. Go grab the basket for the eggs, I'm thinking. And we've got 6 eggs. Can you only cook it? So you can cook a couple eggs. And have a meal. So presumably you won't... That needs to be done to avoid starving. Ah, so we've got that back. Cool. Actually, it makes sense to keep all of these near the door, because that way I don't have to go wandering around for them. Oh. Somebody has arrived. I better... Hopefully he's... Yeah, he stayed. Good. Goodbye, Talma. Did he leave anything? Or was I too slow? Who knows? Okay, so one thing is it's probably more efficient to cook multiple batches at once, but... That's a lesson we'll learn for tomorrow. Seems like we at least don't have to collect wood. Let's see if he left a message at all. Oh, that's right. You have to go outside to check it, which seems like very poor design work, but there you go. We got some mail. From Garza Yuma, editor-in-chief of the Evening Owl, Salazar Building, Elgos City. Now, Talma, I finally made it. We've had that one. Okay, we have to click on it just to open it. Okay. Dear Talma, my grandson is born with 10 fingers and 10 toes. He entered the world early this morning, 2 weeks before due. Seems the little summer prince preferred the spring. Elazar, they named him in a scene that could have been painted from myth. The boy nestled in the arms of his triumphant mother as his father and the rest of the family gathered around to glow with the light of dawn streaming in through the window. Even now, sitting in my office, I can think only of that magnificent sight. I'd come to work directly from the hospital as my newsroom is quite lost without me. I hope you're well, Talma. Since the bridges collapse, our Laszlo and the Blackcliff Trail have been the only way our letters can reach you. The mayor, meanwhile, abandons the telephone poles to sink in the sand. Unacceptable. Hopefully we can visit the farm again soon. I know of one little boy I'd love to meet his grey tart. Your brother Garza. And we got a seed of some kind. So let's plant that. Let's hurry for some water, because it's getting dark. It would be good to have a better way of collecting water, wouldn't it? Come on. Move it, Max Schnell. I don't want to keep playing too long after dark in the game because I'm conscious of the fact that it's often darker on YouTube than in the game. It can be hard to see what's going on. Oh, 6 eggs is good. Or should we just take it inside to... Yep, that counts the eggs as having been delivered. Taking them in. Oh, we're going to want that. Actually, no, we're going to want that. Go milk a goat. In other news, I did continue. If you watched Forever Lost episode 1, I did continue that game. I restarted it with my wife. We played the whole way through and finished it. It's a good little puzzle game. If that's your kind of thing, you should enjoy it. I need to put that down because I've got that to worry about. Yet I don't want to make cheese. Or do I have to make the cheese now? I can't. Okay, I can click away and then I can click away there. Okay, so right click to cancel out. Makes sense, they did say that. Now that I think about it, I'm going to pop you down because I think it's probably time to grab some water. All my chickens just seem to walk straight through that gate. Poor planting. Poor planning. Yes, we did finish Forever Lost. Quite enjoyed it. Well, I got all 3 as part of the same bundle, so I'll definitely be... so you can only do it once at a time. So watering stuff is quite arduous. You've got to walk backwards and forwards every time you do it. This is poor planning. Get a bigger bucket. I have to do this all over again now. Oh, we should talk to him, I guess.
Hey.
Hello again, my dear. I see new mushrooms have sprung up all around the desert out there. Well, that's some food. They are so cute, like tiny little helmets huddled together in platoons. For the bucket of bucket will I offer a great price for them. A fun price for fungi. Okay, so he will sell you chickens, hay... I feel like a sunburst would be useful, like some of that. Is that... How do I complete the trade? That didn't do it. How do I complete the trade? That just closes that up. These just put them back. Ah, right. I need more eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. Right. And he does offer us, so he will pay for fungi if we go out into the desert to get it. Right. Oh. Need my tin. Go on, my duck. Or my chicken, I suppose, because you do look more like a chicken. Let's head back and get all of our crops watered. Might even find time to milk another goat, who knows? It's the pulse-pounding excitement you can expect out of these videos. Watering crops and milking goats. The action never stops. There's obviously a limit. I mean, unless you can build like an irrigation system or something, there's a limit to how much you can actually water in a day. We did get a letter, I believe. Nothing here. Okay. So it's already considered to have been collected somehow. Presumably I can see it inside. Do I have time to milk another goat? Maybe. Or have they gone inside? They've gone inside. Okay. No time to milk another goat. They've decided it's too dark. Fair enough. I can pick that up. I don't know what I would pick it up for. Nope, clicked on the wrong thing anyway. Oh, it's dark in here. We should probably have some dinner. I'm going to cook some cheese and a couple of eggs this time. Not just a couple of eggs. Have some dinner, read some mail, go to bed. From Amy Yuma Marigot. Sister dear, I've just had a lovely little adventure. On a white hot afternoon, I visited Midtown's newest market where, among dozens of stalls, there was a couple of jars of sweet sap from an albino heirloom tree in the Ashlands, which they say rises only once in a century, and strips of pickled chewing leather for which my pet platypuses behave well. The best of all, the grand treasure, was the gold-flaked white cherry toffee I chanced upon, just like we had on our girls' trip to the city. To think how many boys follow us around there. If only you'd been here, Armour. No, I won't try again to convince you to move. Granny did say, abandon this farmline, it'll all blow away. That woman spotted omens everywhere she looked. I mean to say that today brought back memories and I dearly miss my sister. Stay well, Emma. Love, Mimi. P.S. With the ladies of the Widow's Brudge Club raving about a charismatic young author, I've enclosed a copy of her latest novel for you. Perfect for an afternoon read on Papa's chair. Another Tarama on Luna. After all, there's so little to do on farms. As we've seen, we've got heaps to do on the farm, frankly. So we can sit and read the book, can we? Or do we just sit? Apparently we are just sitting. Okay, well now that I've sat down, now what? Oh, you have to click on yourself again. Okay. Ah, now we've got another book. Kathleen is a beautiful city. It was the first city in Giffray to light its streets by candlelight in the evenings. Before the use of lamplight, great night candles lined the streets, and due to the windless nights, there was little risk of the flames extinguishing. In fact, it was common for the children to climb to nearby windows and try to blow out the giant flames, much to their folly. Because of the size of the candles, Kathleen's main streets were landmarked by great towers of solid wax. When they were big enough and firm enough, new wicks were simply driven near the great towers and lit again. The city was kept so clean and stood high enough on the Shine Plateau that the wax very rarely muddied, and since it rarely rained, the streets flowed with wax, giving Castellane the nickname the City of Pale Wax. Okay. Right, so we're definitely going to need more. Pick up that. We're definitely going to need more hay soon. The goats are eating it fast. Fortunately, our chickens are very reliable. Right, so we've done that. Step 1. Step 2. Can I milk 2 goats at once? Be worth finding out. As obviously I can't milk 2 goats at once, but can I milk 2 goats back to back without worrying about this thing filling up? Okay, got to be more efficient with that. Got to wait till it's finished. Okay, it says I can milk him, so her, don't milk him. That's not going to work very well. But yes, we need hay, and in a hurry. Because the goats are almost out of hay. Okay, that is all full. I need to go the right way, apparently. I feel like this takes longer now that there's more in there. So is it more efficient to do it in big batches? I don't know that it is. It feels like it's giving me more repetitive strain injury this way. God, that bar's creeping up really slowly. Right, let's get that on. Let's get out of here. Let's go talk to him. We need hay. Remember how lively it was in all the old days when all the little monkeys were still here, getting lost in the valley, worrying your parents sick while they were positively ape on us. Has he got any mail? He does. Well, I mean, our family is good at communicating with us here on the farm. Okay, so we desperately need your hay. What's it going to cost for hay? I don't want to give away a chicken. Okay, that'll do, apparently. Extra chicken, extra cheese. Two cheeses and 4 eggs for 2 hay and a chicken. We will take, because hopefully that means an extra chicken each day. Right, where... There. So I assume that the... Can I get that? Shoot him. Can you shoot her? Apparently not. Oh, just drop the gun then. Doesn't seem like you can shoot any of those. Chicken making a break for it. Get back in there. Get to watering our crops. So I guess, like getting 7 chickens probably means we'll get 7 eggs a day. And therefore buying chickens is probably actually a key part of, if your objective is to make the farm actually sustainable, getting chickens is probably a key part of that, because it gives you stuff to buy hay with, at the very least. Obviously, the growing times of crops is going to be less than real times, I'm sure. I spent good money on that tomato plant, so make sure I water it. Walking backwards and forwards to the well, not the most exciting of things for you to watch, I guess. Close the gate. I don't know that it actually matters in terms of how many. I don't think it really matters in terms of how many chickens you're considered to have, but. My grandfather was actually a farmer, so close the gate is something that was actually an important. Not that he was much more of an industrial level farmer, so there wasn't this kind of free range chickens, frankly. Right, get all the crops done at least. I don't know how much it considers that we need to eat, realistically. Two eggs and a cheese does not seem like enough. Apologies, this is probably murky for you at this point. It's murky enough for me, frankly. I am going for the cheese, though. One cheese. 2 cheese. 3 cheese. Oh, I'm getting more cheese. Okay. Right, now I'm asleep. Oh, we got 3 cheeses. I have to eat something before I do any more work. Okay, so there's a limit to how much work you can get done. Fair enough. Let us eat something. A couple eggs and a cheese again. And then bed. Still, if that means we're now getting 7 eggs a day, that was a productive day because we also got 3 cheeses made. And watered all our crops. It's not, I guess, a fast-paced game. This is a game you're going to need to sit with and just kind of do for a while. I didn't read the letter. I'm a bad grandparent. That'll have to happen tomorrow night. Or tonight, rather. Because you know what I'm going to do first thing? I'm going to go and get me some eggs. Oh, we are seeing... Yep, we can actually collect stuff. That's exciting. So did I get 7 eggs? I did. Can I still go and collect more stuff? Because I mean 7 eggs shouldn't fill a basket. Can I go and collect the other things? That one's not doable. That one is. Okay, so we got gourds. They're not ready yet. But we have more food now. Probably need to finish the cheese. Okay. Yeah. What's this? Here I only see my father leaning a clenched fist against the pole moments before his heart surrendered. Well, that's cheerful. So I did buy some... I did buy some hay. I don't see it in the goat pen, which is a bit of a worry, but I did buy 2 lots of hay. Oh, he's arrived, has he? That's a pain. Get this on as fast as we can. Can I speak to him? No. Dang it. Did he leave me mail? Seems like it, but I didn't get to read it. Oh no, there is hay there. It's hard to see, but I think that's hay there. Definitely going to want to talk to that guy tomorrow, though. I don't know where the mushrooms are, but they seem like they're for, you know, they're not obviously placed anywhere. Sorry, no, no. I'll read the letters tonight, and I've got a lot less watering to do now, which is good from a perspective of maybe getting stuff done that isn't just maintenance of things. Starting to get tired. And it is starting to get dark. But if we get both of these, we get all that harvested, both of these planted. And then get in here and get the cheese on, even though it's dark in here. Oop, don't click too soon. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay, well, let's have a couple of eggs. Mike has called, and some cheese today. Nom nom nom. We got a letter from the desk of Watabara. Okay, and we got this one. So somehow I begun dreaming of goats. Do you remember Ark and Dio, the two whom you almost died rescuing when the plains flooded? For a week now they have authored my nightmares. At night, my Christ-huddled Moira, my poor wife. The timing of it puzzles me. Papers are flying off the stands. The bullpen downstairs abounds with prodigious talent. From floor to ceiling, crystal clear glass surrounds my corner office, streaming views of Midtown and the harbour both, and all of my sons are fathers. Fist, I've never been so fortunate, yet I'm haunted. I was fond of those critters as a boy. What became of them? I assume they fled as goats do when they see the gate opened. How odd they are trapped in their own home. Hope your nights are more restful than mine. I know politics displeases you, but it seems Watabara, yes, impish little pot, will replace a soon-to-be scandalised candidate in this mayoral election, bringing ever closer to his lifelong pipe dream. The same runt who slipped sand down her backs and could not tie his shoes until he was 12. If he gets 10 votes, I will not bathe for a week. And we got some elvish thistle seeds. To my oldest friend, you knew me as an unruly boy. Today I write to you as a man I was destined to become. On this precipice where I begin composing my great legacy, I weigh my defining moments. First, my father abandons his practice, his house, his life. He moves to the farm next to your family's where he imagines the aftertaste of his failures won't follow. Second, you, a girl of 16 and eldest of litter, reach out to a young stray, resigned to solitude and misery, showing him there is light. Third, I moved to the city to construct the intractable architecture of a career uncorrupted, to bridge and bind power with compassion. I ran a path 40 years long. My life moves only forward. The approaching autumn festival makes 1,000 demands, from permits and procession plans to committees and costs. Yet I write to you, Talma, to reconnect with my roots. I regret how we've fallen out of touch. I hope you'll allow me this indulgence. Outside, an ancient man plays harmonica with all his soul. I couldn't ask for a more eloquent melody to accompany these sentiments. And he sent us some seeds as well. Everybody sends us seeds, it would seem. Oh, bedtime. So we have things we can grow. Well, we seem to have something going to happen, something different happening. Been thinking something needed to happen that was a bit different, but yes. Okay. It's a dream, I'm guessing. Oh goodness me, it's got the slow-mo of Mass Effect 3 dream sequences. Okay, that happened. So it's, I mean, there's clearly going to build to something. There's clearly not enough time for us to see that in the space of an intro video. I mean, I feel like at this point I could keep the farm running. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to be doing. There's hay going. I do need to make sure that I talk to that guy today. There's something over here I haven't explored yet too. So there's lots of other things I could be doing with the game. I think ultimately for my personal, and I don't know if there's, I mean, if I quit, I don't know if the game saves. That might be worth finding out. Are you sure? Yes. So if I quit out and then I rerun it, this is this is a useful fact for people to know. Is, you know, is there a save function? Effective save function, like every night is it saving the game? You do have to wait for all this to go through. But I think it's worth knowing before we finish, because that's, to me, a big factor is like, you know, can I save this game? Am I forced to kind of just play it all in one go? How does it work? Okay, no, so it has saved progress because I can see my crops and stuff. So it does save, which is good. So yeah, I think this is, it's all a little introspective and slow paced, and I generally, you know, like a game that is more more direct about what it's wanting me to do. I can definitely see how this would appeal to some people. It's probably not my thing, but if it does look like your thing, this kind of slow-paced, introspective, very personal story where things gradually unfold over a number of hours, then I encourage you to check it out. It's obviously been put together with some real sort of thoughtfulness about the messages and the ambience and the kind of game that it is. And the fact that it's not for me doesn't mean that it is not a decent game for some people. So if it does look like your thing, check it out. In the meantime, thanks for watching this one. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll be back in the future for another session of Old Man Tries.